This has been an entertaining campaign. All right? I've been entertained. I'm sure you have too. I'm sure there have been moments in front of your television set, at your mailbox, on your telephone, or any place else where you have had a good laugh at some of the stuff that's been going on here and been entertained. That's good. I love people who are entertained. I want people to laugh and have fun and have a good time. I like Showtime. Showtime is great, right? Going to a movie, going to a play, going to a comedy show. Showtime is fun, but Showtime is over. 72 hours to go. It's game time. And for all of you in this room who have ever played in any organized sport, you know the difference between Showtime and game time. Showtime, everybody can play. Everybody can participate. It's fun. Everybody's having a good time. Game time is when you want the players on the field. You want the people who can make a difference on the field. You want the serious people on the field. We are not electing the entertainer-in-chief. If we were, the choice would be obvious. I would leave the race today if we were electing the entertainer-in-chief. We are not. We are electing the commander-in-chief. Like Harry Truman and Dwight Eisenhower, who commanded this man when he fought for our country in Korea. Like Franklin Roosevelt and Harry Truman, who was the commander-in-chief for that gentleman when he served our nation and the world in World War II. Commander-in-chief like George W. Bush, who commanded this man when he served in Iraqi freedom. Serious men who we were proud to have represent our nation as the face of our nation, as the voice of our nation, and as the people who could make the decisions that needed to be made to keep America great. Keeping America great is more than a damn slogan on a hat. Okay? It's more than that. It's got to be something more. It better be something more. And let me tell you something else. I showed up last night. Okay? And no one who didn't show up last night. You know, every time something goes sideways, you can't take your marbles and go home, right? I got demoted down to the undercard debate a few months ago by Fox Business News. I didn't think it was fair. Did I take my marbles and whine and moan and go home and say, I'll go appear on another network? I didn't. I went to the undercard debate. I got behind that podium. I made my arguments, and the American people brought me back to the main stage debate because that's what they want from a leader. Not someone who runs away from a fight when things go bad, but someone who runs into the fight when things are tough. You're the leader. You're supposed to be the first person in the fight, not the last one, the first one. And that's what you're doing Monday night. Don't be distracted by the show. I'm as entertained as anybody, but it's over. It's now time to pick someone who can fix the big problems that Barack Obama has left us with. We know it's not Hillary Clinton, but there's a bunch of people who were on that stage and not on that stage to me last night who it's not them either. Either because they've never done it before and never worked in government, don't have the first idea about what to do with it. Let me guarantee you something. You know, if the Speaker of the House won't post your bill and your president, you can't look at him and say, you're fired. You can't do that. You can't fire the Speaker of the House. You can't fire the Senate Majority Leader. You can't fire the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. This is not Celebrity Apprentice in the fake boardroom in the studio. That's not what this is. This is real life. And it's your future. And so it's time. And I had a kid the other night, Wednesday night, young man, raise his hand at my town hall meeting and say to me, Governor, I want to vote for you, but is it a wasted vote? Because they're telling me someone else is going to win. And I said to him, listen, I don't know how you feel about voting, but this is the way I've always felt about voting. It's a responsibility. It's a sacred responsibility. And if you vote for the person that you think is the best person to be president of the United States, no matter whether that person wins or loses, your vote is never wasted. It's an expression of your free will as an American. So forget about everything you're going to see over the weekend. They will be telling you every different thing in the world. Block it out. Ask yourself this: who's the most tested? Who's the most mature? Who's the most ready to do two things? Take on Hillary Clinton in the fall and defeat her on that stage. Prosecute the case against her right on that stage, right? And then who's the best person to stand up to Vladimir Putin? Who's the best person to stand up to ISIS, to Al-Qaeda? Who's the best person to stand up to all the problems we have in this country and give straight answers and get things done? If you make that decision on that basis on Monday night, no matter what the result turns out to be for me, I will be content. But don't make that decision based upon anything else. It's too serious and too solemn. And the people of Iowa are better than that, much better than that. So I look forward to what's going to happen on Monday night. I am looking forward to being your president, and we will restore this country to the things that these gentlemen fought for and died for all around the world, that America is and always will be the greatest hope for freedom and liberty and prosperity that the world has ever known. I can't wait to get to work for you. Thank you all for coming.